For more than 40 years, People Incorporated has been an integral part of the greater Fall River community. Creative, collaborative, and invested in the region, we have consistently developed supports to make our community a better place to live. Dedicated to a better future for all our citizens, we are People on the Move. In 2003, I returned to People Incorporated as president and CEO and brought with me the idea of a community center model for the city of Fall River. I had been the executive director of a community center in Providence, Rhode Island for 8 years, and for 3 of those 8 years, I was also the chairperson of the Providence Community Center Association, which was a collaborative effort of 11 separate neighborhood-based community centers throughout the city that provided supports for child care, for adult learning opportunities, for after-school programs, and a host of other types of services. I thought it was important that the city of Fall River be able to have a similar kind of set of programs, and at People Incorporated, we wanted to be able to develop that model of services as a part of what we do for the community. One of the things in our profession that we do very often is we throw around a lot of words. And in our effort to create a community center, there have been many names attached to that service model. They're called family support centers, they're called community centers, they're called community and wellness centers. They go under a variety of different names, but the bottom line is it is a place where individuals and families can go to get a multiple set of services and supports. We are honored and we are proud to be the first organization in the city of Fall River to develop this model. We are continuing to expand it, and we will continue to take a leadership role in making sure that Fall River has community and wellness centers throughout the city. Welcome to another episode of People on the Move. Our show today is going to feature the new Community and Wellness Center that is located at the Alfred S. Letourneau School on Anthony Street in Fall River. My guests on the show today are Dr. Caterina Da Silva, who is the principal of the Letourneau School. Welcome, Dr. Da Silva.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. And Jenny De Blasi, who is the vice president of the Community, Child, and Family Service Division at People Incorporated and is going to be the person who operates the Community and Wellness Center at the Letourneau School. Welcome, Jenny.
Thank you.
The idea of a community center took root about a year or two ago as the school department and a number of stakeholders were talking about different ways in which they could improve the schools in Fall River. And the original discussions took place in regard to the Henry Lord School. A number of changes have occurred over the year or two of discussions, and we now find ourselves located at the Letourneau School, also in the South End, and are excited about the array of services and supports that we're able to provide for families. Jenny, could you talk just a little bit, if you don't mind, about the partners that are involved in this program and how we began the process?
Sure. Well, we're very lucky to have some community leaders who stepped up to get involved in this project. Bay Coast Bank is one of our big partners and has contributed funding to make this project happen, as has Bristol Community College. And we also are working with other community partners as we go along to implement arrays of services such as after-school programming and things of that nature.
Oh, okay. Now, Dr. Da Silva, how long have you been the principal at Letourneau?
This is my second year here in Fall River.
And if you could tell the audience a little bit about your background.
Sure. Prior to coming to Fall River, I was an assistant principal in Lowell at the Lowell Community Charter Public School. Before that, I was pursuing my doctorate at NYU, so I was there for a while. But I also was in the Boston Public Schools as a literacy coach for a time as well.
And how have you found your time in Fall River?
Quite challenging, yet rewarding. I think in year two, I know in year two that we've made tremendous gains and strides toward our efforts to improving. Absolutely.
You know, the idea of a community and wellness center is something that has begun to really develop within the community. Years ago, the idea of a community center was really kind of an unknown entity, yet you hear that word being thrown around quite a bit. We were really the first organization to start a community center here in Fall River. Could you talk a little bit, Jenny, about the essence of what a community center is and some of the supports and services that we'll be providing at the Letourneau School?
Sure. Well, a community center, or community and wellness center, as we're calling the FACE Center here, or family support centers. The terms are interchangeable. Really what they are is it's a hub for families to be able to connect to resources, information, and support to help them progress in their family situations. The idea of having a community center in a school is the best of both worlds, because the schools are already working with the families, the children are there, the staff are familiar with the families and what their needs are. And so bringing in a community center and offering services right in the neighborhood really is a benefit for the families. And looking at helping, if you help the family, you're able to help the students better succeed. And so that's really what we're looking to do here with this community center. And we're going to be providing an array of services at the school. We'll be providing typical family support services, so parent education and support groups, parent workshops. We're going to have a resource center with information brochures. We'll have a family support advocate who will help families navigate the service delivery process. And then we have a whole array of workforce development programming. So one of the big things that we'll be looking to do is help the parents of students at Letourneau Elementary School receive training that will help them become more employable. And so we are going to be offering certified nursing assistant programs and home health aid certificate programs. And we're actually working with the school around doing a survey to ask families what types of trainings that they would like to have.
Good idea.
We have a workforce development specialist who will be working at the school, who will be there to support families and parents through training processes, help them find employment, help them develop soft skills to become employable, so resume development and interview skills and things of that nature. So really, and that's the beginning of it. Really what our hope is, as we have with our previous community centers that we've offered through the school, is really continue to develop services and really tailor those services to what the families of the school need.
Dr. De Silva, how many students are there at the Letourneau?
We have over 600 students. We're at 640 at this point now, but it changes throughout the year. Yeah.
And, what are your hopes? Because you're the person who has, her finger on the pulse of the neighborhood and, what the family needs or some of the family issues are in that area. What are your hopes for this center?
Well, my hopes really are to improve the lives of our students and their families. We believe in this model in terms of being able to support families to then have students ready for school and to be able to succeed. We're finding that parents, families who come to us come from other countries and need access to resources, and this perfectly complements the work that we've been doing thus far.
Is this a new venture for you to have a community center, or have you experienced?
Absolutely. Nope, this is a new venture, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're fortunate, Jenny. Jenny has, actually, we started the first community center in the Fall River area years ago. And before the community center began, we put a committee of people together to help us plan it. And before Jenny was even an employee at People Incorporated, she served on that committee and has overseen several of our community centers and our satellite centers that we'll talk about as well. So I would imagine that at this point you've had a chance to talk to a lot of the teachers at the school, and hopefully they're excited about it as well.
They are excited. Yeah. We're all excited. Yeah.
Jenny, I know one of the components, you mentioned that our partners are Bay Coast Bank and Bristol Community College. One of the important elements, I think, of the Community and Wellness Center is the Bristol Community College Kids College. Could you talk a little bit about what our hope is for that program?
Sure. Well, the Kids College at Bristol Community College is such a fantastic program. They've been offering it for years, where kids of all ages are able to go to the college and take classes, and not just educational classes, but a lot of different fun experiences as well. And so one of our goals is to and one of the benefits of that program is it's getting kids exposure to college life, being on a campus and kind of seeing that it's something that's attainable, and getting the parents to go there as well. So one of our goals is to be able to, through this community center, is be able to link the students from the Letourneau school to the Kids College. And we're going to be doing that in a couple of different ways. One is that we're partnering with Bristol Community College to bring some of their kids' college curriculum to the elementary school, so that the kids will be exposed to it, the parents will be exposed to it. We're also looking at doing some fun career fair type opportunities where both the kids and the parents will participate in activities that will expose them to the kids' college curriculum and college life in general. But then what we're looking to do is be able to provide transportation to some of the students so that they can actually get to the campus and participate. And Bristol Community College has been a great partner in this. They're looking at helping us provide scholarships for the students, and so I think it's going to be a really great collaboration. And like I said, one, it gives the kids something fun to do in the summer, something that will help them be engaged so that they're not home all summer. But two, and really one of the most critical is exposing the students of the elementary school to a college campus and what that's like, and getting their parents there as well.
And I think that's of incredible importance, to help the kids, get that level of comfort, that they need to have with the idea of going to college. I would imagine that there may be a lot of kids who come from families where their parents haven't gone to college.
Correct.
And I know, many years ago when I was getting ready to go to college, I had no idea what college was going to be. My parents had not even gone to high school, which was pretty typical of a lot of families, in those days. So it's so critical to be able to have kids get comfortable.
Right, and actually we've started that initiative with college, access to college, and talking about college readiness. One of our teachers last year, and will continue this year, brought her class to a college campus to speak to professors. Our teachers have their college signs outside of their classrooms. They talk about when their graduation dates will be and what colleges they want to go to. So our students have been doing research around which colleges that
That's
they
great.
would plan.
What was some of the reactions of the kids after they came back from those visits?
Oh, they were very excited. They want to be professors, and they have big plans for themselves. It's really neat.
That's great, because if kids can have a dream, then our job is to try to help them achieve it.
Absolutely. I think knowing that that's an option is really important, because more often than not, students are not having access to that closes their mind to that being an opportunity.
And I think we're incredibly fortunate that for many students, the idea of a 4-year college can be quite daunting, not only academically, but financially. Mm-hmm. And we're incredibly fortunate, and I'm a graduate of Bristol Community College. We're very fortunate to have that institution here in our city, because it provides so much opportunity for many of the students to be able to have a place where they can go that's comfortable, that allows them the opportunity to start the process toward a four-year degree.
Absolutely.
So Jenny, I understand that we are reaching out to the families and to the adult learners. Mm-hmm. That's a big part of the People Incorporated mission, mm-hmm. To reach those adult learners, many of whom, need a particularly marketable skill in order to be able to provide better for their family. What's our first activity going to be in that regard?
Well, we've got kind of two things happening at the same time. So we've worked on a survey that is going out to all of the parents at the school that will have them identify what types of opportunities they're interested in. But at the same time, one of our goals going in was that we would immediately host a certified nursing assistant, or CNA, certification program at the school, just to get activities rolling and get parents introduced to the idea that these sorts of activities are going to be hosted there. And the really neat thing about this is that we'll be hosting the program at the school. There will be some clinical pieces that parents will need to go to the college to participate in, so we're working out those details as well. But so the nice thing is that it's offered in their neighborhood so that they're able to get to it, but that they're also having some exposure, again, to the college and getting that. And we're offering the programs for free. So families will sign up for it and be able to participate through the whole class. And then, as I said, our workforce development specialist will be working with the parents who take the course around, we'll be bringing in employers who hire CNAs and letting them talk about their opportunities that they have, and we'll be helping connect them to employment opportunities. So right away, the center has just opened, and right away we'll be connecting services right into the school.
And that's a growing field. I know, we currently have about 600 employees. 5 years ago, I don't think we had any, we had people who were CNAs, but we didn't have actual CNA positions. Now we probably have at least 30 or 40 CNA positions, which are well-paying jobs and give people, an opportunity to make a reasonable living in their community. So that's great. And I think BCC is helping us in terms of providing some of the academic supports for that program.
They are, yes.
That's wonderful. So hopefully that'll be a major boost, for the south end of the city in terms of employment opportunities for people. We also have Bay Coast Bank is one of our partners, and I know between Bay Coast Bank, Bristol Community College, and People Incorporated, we contributed or are contributing almost $140,000 in supports and services for the program to get it started. But I know we have plans to expand. We have plans to find other funding sources. Could we talk a little bit about perhaps what you would like to see, Dr. De Silva, as we go toward the future in terms of new services and supports for the folks that you work with?
Well, at this point, I think that just addressing the basic needs of families will help support our students and help provide the wraparound services that we're looking for in terms of helping our community and helping our students grow academically, but also have their needs met, and hopefully that translates into improved achievement, improved attendance, improved behavior. So that's really our goal at this point. I'm hoping that parents will have the opportunity to, as we had spoken about, present their concerns and request specific services to address what they feel they need to better their lives. So ultimately, my goal for this partnership is to expand students' freedoms to achieve, basically, address their basic needs and they will rise.
I think that's incredible that, we talk very often in the city about the things that are wrong. And there are so many good things that are going on in Fall River, and so many people who just willingly step up. And I know, Jenny, when we first decided to try to put a partnership together to help the school system, we went Dr. Sprague and Joan Menard at BCC, and we went to Nick Christ at Bay Coast Bank, and we went to Meg Mayo Brown to try to see if there was interest and whether or not we could get some support. It was astounding to me, the incredible positive energy that all of those people put into wanting to make this partnership work. And I know, a lot of the responsibility for this falls on you, because we have to find ways to sustain it. What are some of the things that I know you're already looking at, trying to find additional funding sources? What are some of the things that you're looking to be able to find support for so that we can implement it at the center?
Well, I think one of the big things that we'd love to be able to do that we're not currently going to be able to do at the school initially is offer GED and ESOL programming. And I think that's so essential, particularly in the South End, and particularly at the Letourneau Elementary School, where there are parents whose first language is not English, and helping them to be able to get to the point, because the workforce development trainings are going to be fantastic, and it's really going to offer a lot of opportunities for folks, but there are going to be a lot of parents who aren't able to even participate at that level because they haven't finished high school. And so one of our goals is to be able to offer that in the school. Yeah. Also, as we go along, we'd like to be able to start offering more activities directly for the children. We will have some opportunities through the Kids College, as well as some prevention, diabetes prevention activities and things of that nature, but certainly looking at offering an array of after-school activities that meet the needs of the students as well. We're also looking to partner, and we've established a partner in the community to offer after-school and before-school care, although I believe you already have before-school care, but the after-school component. So, really making it a full-service community center, and we have, some wellness programming that we're going to be offering at the school as well, but love to be able to expand that. We have an after-school program that People Incorporated offers for teens, and the curriculum is very wellness-based, and we'd love to be able to do something similar at the school. So there's really, a ton more that we can do there, that we want to do there, and we'll just be working together to identify resources to be able to make some of those things happen.
Now, what are the hours of operation going to be for the program?
It's going to be after school from 3 to 6.
Yes,
I believe 3
to 6, and is that going to be Monday through Friday?
Yes.
So, how are we going to get the word to families, about the program and encourage them to become involved?
Well, we're working, I'll let you jump in after, but we're working on a joint flyer that's going to go out to all of the parents that will make them aware of the hours of the center and what sorts of resources are available. And then we'll be getting the information out through, I think the school has some capacity that I'll let Dr. De Silva talk about.
Connect,
yes.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be jointly working on making sure that all of the families are aware of what sorts of resources and activities are happening at the center.
And we've already started telling parents. Each month we have an open forum for parents where we discuss issues that they want to talk about, and we've put a bug in their ear about this community center. In fact, some of your people have presented there as well. So they're full of questions and very optimistic about the potential of the partnership.
Oh, that's great.
And I have to say how wonderful, the school department is, and particularly Dr. De Silva and her team, because they're, we're coming into the school and we're, bringing resources, but they're offering us space and really the partnership and have been very welcoming to the staff to make this happen.
At People Incorporated, we've been saying this over and over again, that in order to move the community forward, we have to move it forward together. And I know for me, being able to be a part of putting this together has been so rewarding because of the outpouring of support, from the partners, from the school department. It's been phenomenal. And I know also that we've already had conversations with other, nonprofit organizations who are looking to figure out how they may be involved in the project as well, which is wonderful. Our hope is that eventually we'll be able to not only expand the center at the Letourneau school, but hopefully, add a center model to more of the schools in the city, because it does, it's something that does really add a degree of support that so many families today need. I can't believe it, but we're reaching the end of the show already. If someone is out there listening, what is the best way for them to contact us about the center activities and getting involved?
They can visit our website, which is www.peopleinc-fr.org, and learn about the Faith Center in general, and has our phone numbers. And I don't know if there's a number at the school that you want to.
Well, I don't know the number offhand, but they can find our school on the website.
We'll put it right under your picture.
Right.
We'll be fine.
We're also working to maybe link your website with our website and have teachers, because our parents do access the website, so that could be an option.
So, Well, Dr. De Silva, Jenny, thank you very much. It's been a great show. And you know what I'd love to do is have you come back on after we've been able to get a year under our belt, and we can let everybody in the community know what's really happened out there. Because I think for us, this is an exciting venture. I think for the community, it's something that makes an awful lot of sense and is one more of the things that will help move our community forward. I'd like to thank you for listening to People on the Move, and welcome you to join our show in the future. Thank you. In 2012, People Incorporated put together a partnership that included the Fall River School Department, Bay Coast Bank, and Bristol Community College. Our idea was to provide another new community center located at the Letourneau School in the south end of Fall River. The show that you've been watching today explains what that service model is, and we are extremely excited that we have been able to add another community center to the city of Fall River.